I'm just going to start filming you.
Career, this is the intro. So
Okay.
Career, education. Family.
Is this my future?
And friends. So far we got adventure, big house, career, education, family, friends, integrity, nice car, spirituality, and success. Now, who needs me to repeat them? Are we good?
Yep.
All right, what I want y'all to do now is number those on what is most important to you as far as values. So that's a list of values, and what I want you to do is just number them 1 through 10, 1 being the most important to you in your life, and 10 being the least important. Like you can give it up. You got to go to an island, you can only take one of those things, you can give it up. Done. This is really part of my setup. Which one am I missing?
Big house.
Big house. Alright, this is going to be big house right here. Yeah. Okay. Doing something else. Yeah, that's it. Is that everything? Okay. Does anyone need more time? All right, so that was kind of the introduction to this, but what I'm going to talk about today are values and motivation. So when you're making decisions in life, you take into account a lot of things to make them, but the two biggest things are values and motivation. So what I did here is I had y'all write down a list of values, the most common values, and had you number them off. Because when making decisions, you got to keep into account your values, right? All right, cool. So my objective today is to help you effectively communicate your values and what motivates you so that you can make better decisions. So values and motivation. All right, so leadership. Nope. Well, oh no, nice. Okay, sound. And if y'all have to leave, like, it will not hurt my feelings, I promise. right, who here's seen that movie before? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. All right, I just thought it'd be funny. It's Friday, y'all. I love that movie. But all right, so those of you who've seen this movie, what is going on?
He's going to Camelot.
He's going. Well, he's coming from Camelot.
Coming from Camelot.
Well, what is he trying to do? What's his mission? Who can?
The Holy Grail.
Okay, so he's on a mission to find the Holy Grail. So he has to make a lot of decisions throughout, and he's not really good at making these decisions because King Arthur in this movie is kind of an idiot. And so he probably doesn't know his values. He's on a quest, things are flying in the air. So we're going to learn how to make decisions better than King Arthur and not waste our time. So leadership. The way that I would define leadership is a process towards progress while influencing others. So leadership is a process. It's not a destination. It's not like you are not like people like mix leader and leadership pretty often, and they shouldn't be mixed because a leader is a position. Leadership is a process. And while that you're influencing other people. So right now I want to do an activity, so everyone get up. And I want you to go to the, look around the room and find the value that you put number 1 on your list. And the things that aren't up there right now are career. So did anyone put career on theirs? Oh, career is up there. All right, if you don't see yours, then let me know. Okay. So, this
Whatever, God, you. I don't know you.
Sweet. So everyone's is up there? All right. All right, well, let's start over here with friends. So why would you put friends up there? Why would you put friends number 1?
I don't know, because I just like being around other people. I mean, family is important to me too, but I feel like, as you grow up, you're probably more around like coworkers and stuff like that, so it's important to have relationships with the people that you spend most of your time with.
Okay. What about your spirituality?
I love Jesus.
You love Jesus? Is that what you said? Okay.
It kind of leads everything else in your life.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like the foundation.
like the adventure comes from it.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Sweet. Anyone else? Different?
It's like the foundation.
Okay. Yeah, I like that word, foundation. That's really good. All right, Macy, what about you over here?
I pick success because I feel like success gives you all these things and a good relationship with your family and your friends.
All right.
Ooh.
Family.
I personally have to call my mom before I make like any kind of decision. Like she's like the most important person in my life, so I gotta talk to her every day, maybe twice a day. So.
And it's your first exposure to like how to be spiritual and success and friends. So they're your first like exposure to that. So
That's true.
it's
Okay. Family and spirituality. Anyone else have anything that's different or similar things? All right, cool. Now what I want y'all to do is go to the one that's least, last on your list, number 10. And if it's not up there, let me know.
It's not up there.
Yeah, so this is big house right here.
Are we all in this movie?
Yeah, screw it.
Wow, we're all the same.
Yeah, we're all the same. Except for Will. But that was my 9th one.
That was actually my number 9 too. So.
Okay, so these folks over at Big House. Y'all don't like big houses?
No.
No.
What about like a nice house? Would
I
that
like
change your
it.
decision?
I like
Nice
nice
house and
houses.
big
Yeah.
house.
What if it's
I want
true?
a
That is
small
different, true.
house, 'cause I don't want to clean it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a big house.
Okay.
And Jesus loves me.
Jesus loves you.
Exactly.
Okay, so more contained discussion. Let's start over at nice car. Why do y'all think our transportation? Why is that last on your list?
I mean, I feel like as long as I have something to get me where I need to go, it doesn't really matter what it is. It's not really going to be a huge priority on my list.
Okay.
nice car. Well, I chose car in front of house because I'd rather have a nice house or big house. But it's true, she said, big house doesn't mean good house because I lived in a house recently, a big house. I moved out because it wasn't a good fit for me. So.
Yeah.
They're pretty much hand in hand. Big and nice doesn't mean good all the time. So.
Okay.
The difference between like a house and a home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. Y'all are gonna need that nice car when you hit the highway though, right? All right, so over here at house or home, do any of y'all have anything different? Like, why do y'all put that last on your list?
I mean,
Yeah. Oh.
right, go ahead.
I put it last on my list just because I think if you're happy with your life and like with your family and friends and spirituality and all that stuff, you could live in a Cracker Jack box and still be happy. Like it really doesn't, like the square footage of your house doesn't depict like how good of a person or how great your success is.
Okay.
I mean, like the biggest adventures that I have going on that I want to do one day, like involve me living in a shack for like an extended period of time, and so, like I don't think housing. I think the adventure and getting there and what you're doing, and just having a safe place to sleep is really all I need, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, unless anyone has anything else to say, y'all can go ahead and sit down. So yeah, I appreciate y'all discussing. So I really enjoy hearing what people value because I've taken a lot of leadership classes. Probably too many. I'm about to lose my hope. Scholarship, hope scholarship. No. And it's really interesting seeing people that are a lot different than me, especially on main campus. Like on ag campus, we got a lot in common, to be honest, but on main campus, there's some people out there that, man, their big house is like #1 on their list. Like that's what they want, you know? They want success, and I find it really interesting that we didn't have any of those in here. So thanks for sharing them. So values. I really like this. Values are who you are. Qualities are what you do in order to honor those values. So a quality is I'm an intentional person. So that's quality because it's something I'm doing. I'm being intentional. But my value is I value other people. I value relationships. So your values you see are that building block. Morgan, was it you that said foundation? Is that you? Okay, I love that word, foundation. Is at the core, and from that stems your qualities. So there's a quote down here. It says, "It's not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are." Roy Disney, son of Walt Disney, right? Our brother. Doesn't matter. Okay, so right now what I want to do is go and talk about motivation. I would post it up and we can talk about it, but we can just talk about it from our seat because we don't got time for that. So I'm going to have y'all write down 5 things again, and number them 1 through 5. Positive results, recognition, sense of purpose, positive results, recognition, and sense of purpose, security, and influence. So y'all can go and rank those 1 through 5 on what motivates you. Like, what do you consider when you do a task?
Those are hard. Yeah, that's 6. That's hard. I value all of those.
And just make those gut, fast decisions. I'm not holding you to this for life. For the spiritual folks, not going down the book of life. It's all right. Well, my eyes. Y'all can go ahead and raise your hand when you're done, or stand up when you're done. Okay. So let's have all the positive results come in this corner. If that's number 1 on your list, come in this corner. And then recognition go in the back corner. Sense of purpose over here. Insecurity up here.
Tell me, Greg.
And then influence, y'all hang out in the middle back. Alright, so positive results, recognition, sense of purpose, security, influence,
What is this corner?
influence.
Oh.
That make sense? Alright, so are y'all both, what are y'all?
I'm influenced.
Y'all are influence, what are you?
No, I'm
So that's okay. Alright. What are y'all? All? Alright, so, okay. Cool. We got up here. Positive results.
Yeah.
recognition. I mean,
Recognition? Okay, so Will, why are you recognition?
I don't know, man. Looking at that list, I just felt like sometimes I do work just to, sometimes I try to impress my roommate. If I'm doing work in the room, like, I don't really care about the results, but if there's somebody around, I'm like, I'm going to share this with Mitch. And sometimes I, like, change it so that he'll enjoy it, so that I get recognized for it. Just being honest with it.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
People like to be recognized.
oh, okay, I keep on forgetting where I'm putting influence, okay.
I just like to be a good influence for other people.
So, and are you an influencer? Was that your number one? Okay. You like how these are working together? All right, so back here, sense of purpose.
I need purpose.
I need purpose.
Yeah, just like what's the point of doing it if you don't have a purpose for doing it?
You have to have a goal or a reason.
Yeah.
I need a purpose to do a task before I move on to another task that I have a purpose for.
Okay.
How many of you all were C's?
And
Well, I
steadiness.
yeah.
I just wondered.
Cool. Now, y'all were both, all of y'all were in either family or spirituality, right? Okay. All right, so over here, what do you got in influence, right? Positive results. Influence is back here. Positive results. Sorry, y'all. Why does that matter to y'all?
I just like when I do something, I like to see like a result, see the difference that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Habitat for Humanity and stuff. Like you see positive
Yeah.
results from the work you do.
And it's immediate, right?
Yes.
That's why who here does homecoming stuff? That's why I love homecoming, because like you see results immediately. So I like that. Anyone else have different?
I feel like if you have a sense of purpose and influence, they all lead to positive results. I feel like this is the end reward is positive results.
It's like if you think positively, then you're like, you can go wherever you want to go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I would like to put us in order of like least, but we don't got time for that. I want to respect y'all's time. So y'all can go ahead and take a seat.
So no insecurity.
No insecurity.
Right. Like
Security was my two.
Security too.
So good with class.
See, I would assume that, especially with the family people, I would assume
I
security
like
would be number one, but
being
nah.
I like being.
All right, so this quote I love by Dwight D. Eisenhower. Motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. Or getting you to do what you want to do, or getting you to do something like who here has ever studied for a test, right? Mitch is already doing that. Not me finishing. Studying for a test and go online and type in like motivational like video because it's 2 in the morning, like I was last night, and you don't got any motivation. Who's
yeah, like kids seeing their soldier dads.
Yeah, so
Oh my god, that just makes me cry. I want
So-
to throw the ball.
I don't need
So
any of
we
that.
even have to motivate ourselves. So it's getting someone or even yourself to do something because you want to do it is motivation. And then to reflect on this, motivation gets you going and habits get you there. All right, so like you can't always be motivated. Your values won't always be motivating you unless you're like always digging into them. So I think it's really important for us to reflect on what our values are and how do those motivate us to do things, or what's motivating us to do things, so that we can form habits. Because words form action, action forms habits, and habits form lifestyles. So the end goal is lifestyles or sense of purpose, but disconnected from that. So does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions? All right, cool. I want y'all to go home and reflect on what you value, and go. If it's family, go tell that person. It's spirituality. Like have 30 minutes alone with God or whoever you're spiritual with. And if it's friends, like go tell them. So always be reflecting on those values and solidify those values. And then whenever you're doing events this week, I know I said homecoming because it's up at homecoming, but if you're ever like at work or something, like write your motivation, like write that sense of purpose. What is your purpose on a piece of paper? And then help that motivate you. So just be reflecting on these things, and if you have any questions, I'd be glad to talk about it. I wish we could do more activities, but we don't have time. So does anyone have any other questions before we go? All right, well, it's Friday, so get out of here and enjoy.